Gaming's future is free-to-play and microtransactions, according to Tommy Palm from Candy Crush. Oh boy, I can imagine all the kids starting running, screaming, going, "No, we don't want this! No, never!" But you know what, guys? I actually agree a little bit with him. Now, not completely. Gaming future, for the whole market, the whole gaming market will not be free-to-play. That won't work. People like going out, buying physical games, and taking them home and playing them. They're not, like, can you imagine if every game on your favorite console or PC was free? Yeah. You'd be giddy, dancing around like crazy because it's free. However, you find out that you can't really get very far in it because it's very grindy, and you have to pay money to unlock things to, keep going at the same speed you actually started out on, as with most free-to-play games. It doesn't quite work like that. So I think it needs to stay to the mobile market. The mobile market is perfect for free-to-play games. I am a sucker for free apps. I really am. On my tablets and my phones, if I find a free app, I'll download it, I'll check it out, and if it's a fun game, I'll keep playing it. I've not spent a single penny, though, because I'm a scrimp, and I don't agree with it. I hate the idea of paying money on mobile things. I just don't, because I've already spent money. When I first got the iPhone, I think it was the iPhone 3G, very old, not supported anymore. I spent money on apps for that, yeah? If I boot up my iPhone now, and I try downloading apps, I've got no access to any of them. I could buy an app. Literally, I'm allowed to buy an app, but I won't be able to run it because my phone's too old. And all the apps that I have bought in the past, which I've actually spent money on, I don't have access to because my hardware is out of date. I can't do it. I can only get really, really old apps. And the same will happen to the mobile market, such as Android and all that. So I don't agree with spending any money in the mobile market, but that's just me. However, I do agree it is the future. It's a fantastic business model. It works perfectly, especially for developers such as Candy Crush, because millions upon millions upon millions of people play Candy Crush. And of course, if at least a quarter of them spend money, that's a lot of money. Even if it's just $1, yeah? $1. Millions upon millions, $1. Imagine all the money you'd be raking in just for making an app. That's ridiculous. And the fact that it works, it does perfectly. But MMOs, they don't have a huge success in that regard. Look at, let's take Star Trek Online for an example. That's a free-to-play game. It doesn't have that many players, and honestly, I don't know where they're making a profit from. Those few players must be paying all the microtransactions to get more Zen points and buy ships and stuff. It's the only thing I can think of, because right now I don't think they've got much income. But they're still going. I don't know how, but it's working for now. But that game, it's a fun game. I like the space battleground missions rubbish. I don't recommend it. It's a bad MMO. In fact, I'm not a big fan of any MMO, but the fact remains that free-to-play, it can't be successful for loads of people. There are loads of games that came out subscription-based only, and then went free-to-play, and now they're not really raking in as much money as they did when they were subscription-based. Now, I hate subscription-based games. I used to play one a long time ago called RuneScape, then stopped when I finished high school, because it was a phase, leave me alone. And I've not paid for a subscription model for any game ever again, because I added up how much money I spent when I was subscribed to that game. I spent way over £200. £200! That's ridiculous. Why can't you just go out and buy a game for £60 and just be like, yep, done. Done. I've got the game. I can now play it to my heart's content. But no, as soon as you stop paying a subscription, you've got no access to anything anymore. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this. Microtransactions are not really the future for multiplayer games, because once you stop paying them the microtransactions, you finally find what you can do very limiting unless it has unlocks. It's different for every game. It's very different for every game, but the free-to-play model just does not work outside the mobile markets. That's what I'm trying to get ahead. These guys think it's going to be the future and that the hardcore gamers will come around eventually. And for the most part, I suppose we will come around, but we won't play your games. That's what I think. Like, if it did become huge mainstream in consoles and PC gaming, as it currently is right now, because PS4 and I think the Xbox One's got a free-to-play MMO as well. I know the PS4's getting one, or has one. I know they're getting more. And the PC, they're covered in free-to-play MMOs. And they are hugely successful, kind of, a little bit. But as for single-player games and other things like that, it's not going to come around. We're not going to come around for that. It's not. I can't see myself ever doing it, ever. I'm not a big fan of free-to-play. When someone says free-to-play to me, all I think of is pay-to-win. That's my first thought. Is it pay-to-win? Because that's the first thought from every hardcore game. Is it pay-to-win? If I join a game, will I get shot down by someone who has played just as long as me, but just threw money at the company and now unlocked everything? Will I get killed by someone who decided to cheat, more or less? It's not really cheating because it's a legitimate way of getting ahead, but you're spending money to get ahead of everybody, just so you can get a better gear and to kill everybody. And I don't agree with that. That's terrible. That should not be allowed. I can understand if you're playing a platformer and you can't get past the boss, so you want to pay a little microtransaction to skip that boss and go on to the next level. I can agree with that. I'm all down for that. Go nuts. There's plenty of platformers that I've played where a boss just pissed me off so much I just stopped playing, and I would definitely have just thrown them $1 and gone, let me go on the next level, please. Thank you. Yeah, I can live with that, but give me an uber-duper rocket rifle? Yes, a rocket rifle, yes. To kill that boss? No, because then I'll keep the rocket rifle, and then I'll go on to the next levels and just plow through them until I get to an even harder boss that I have to unlock another uber rocket rifle to shoot them down. I'm digressing, aren't I? Anyway, check out the description. There's a link to the GameSpot article about more things about what this guy said. I can agree with him. I can, but just mobile market. Do you agree with me, guys? Tell me in the comments below, because I think the future of mobile gaming is microtransactions and free-to-play. Let's face it. They're all going to be covered in ads, so you have to pay for a version to get rid of ads. Or unlock more things, and still keep the ads. A lot of apps do that these days. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time. I went on a little bit on this video. I'll try not to make a habit out of it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.